What if I told you that in Canada, flaxseed is one of the few foods with government-approved health claims? But this fixation on flaxseed is not new to human civilization. Did you know that even the ancient Egyptians valued the flax plant not just from food point of view but for many other uses? But why aren't we talking about more flaxseed use in urban India? So, this second video in the flaxseed video series will go beyond the use of flaxseed used just for weight loss. Flax seeds can be your secret ally in even keeping cancer at bay, particularly if you are a woman. There's lots to share, but this one video can be one of the most empowering videos for you and your family. So, watch until the mull point of this episode to know more about why and how much of flaxseed use can be incorporated into the Indian cuisine. So, shall we begin? By the way, have you come across the name linseed and you're wondering what this is all about? Here's something fascinating. Flaxseed and linseed are actually the same plant, Linum usitatissimum. It's like having a kitchen knife and a workshop knife. Same basic tool but different purposes. Flaxseed refers to varieties meant for your kitchen, while linseed is what you'll find in industrial applications from paints to linoleum. Golden or yellow varieties typically end up on our dining tables, while brown seeds often go towards industrial uses. But regardless of color, all flax seeds are edible and equally nutritious. So, while shopping, simply look for packages labeled flaxseed without worrying too much about its color. Now, what if I told you that 1 tablespoon of flax seeds contain more omega-3s than fish oils? When we look at flax seeds under the nutritional microscope, what we discover is simply amazing. What is in just this 1 tablespoon, about 7 grams of brown flax seeds, is impressive. 1.3 grams of protein, 1.9 grams of fiber. This high level of fiber is mostly the soluble kind. It helps moderate blood sugar levels and improves your digestive health by feeding your good gut bacteria. So, consuming flax seeds regularly is also a simple way to help reduce constipation. 3 grams of fat, almost all of which is healthy, and 50% of this fat is just omega-3 fatty acids alone in the form of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA for short. Imagine meeting most of your child's daily omega-3 needs with just one ingredient in their morning porridge. The mineral content in flax seeds is equally impressive. Each tablespoon provides essential minerals like magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, potassium, copper, and more. But what makes these seeds truly special is something you might never have heard about: lignans. Do you know that flax seeds contain 75 to 800 times more lignans than other plant foods? These powerful plant compounds have unique health properties that we will exclusively explore very soon in this video. Here's something very important that you should know. Powdering flax seeds is not just a suggestion, but very essential to derive the complete benefit of these wonderful seeds. But here's the thing, how you powder, store and use the flaxseed powder is extremely important, and we have looked into these aspects in very great detail in our first video in the flaxseed video series. If you have missed watching it, do watch it after watching this video. In the first video, we've shared various ideas to incorporate flax seeds into your daily family meals. But we missed out on something sweet. So in this video, we are going to be sharing an extremely simple dessert recipe, flaxseed Laddoo. But the most valuable part of this video reveals a lot of surprising aspects of regular consumption of flax seeds. So, stay with me until the Mull point to discover scientific aspects of how flaxseed consumption can reduce cancer-related issues and also help solve women hormone issues. Come, now it's time to make our flaxseed laddu and enjoy it. So let's see the ingredients to make our flaxseed laddu. I've taken 1 cup of flax seeds, half cup of peanuts and half cup of jaggery powder. For the sweetener, you can replace jaggery powder with either a mix of raisins and dates or only dates. It's your choice. Incidentally, the weight of 1 cup of flaxseed is very similar to the weight of 1 cup of peanuts. So first step is to light the flame, heat the kadhai. Once the kadhai is heated, let's roast the flax seeds. The kadhai is heated. I'm putting the flax seeds. Initially roast it on high flame for the first 1 or 2 minutes and then reduce the flame till it starts to pop. See, now the popping sound is coming. I'm reducing the flame and heat it for another half a minute. So it's almost half a minute after the popping sound has come. It's roasted enough, so I'm removing this for cooling. We'll pour it into a plate. Now let's roast the groundnuts. It's changed color. I'm reducing the flame and we'll roast it for another 1 or 2 minutes. The ingredients can be also roasted in an air fryer. We have done a detailed video on air fryer recipes. Please check it out. Yeah, I'm switching off the gas now. Let's cool the peanuts too. So now we will just let this cool before we grind it. So here our peanuts and flax seeds have cooled. So I'm adding it to the mixie jar. First, let us powder this very fine and then we will add the jaggery. See, this is ground very coarsely, so we have to grind it very fine so that oil is released. See, now it's become more finer. At this point, I'll add the jaggery and keep grinding it till, the mixture becomes slightly sticky as the oil is released. I'm adding the jaggery powder. It's almost 5 minutes I've been pulsing it. So now basically if you hold, you should be able to make a laddu. The laddu is getting formed, but if we add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of peanut oil, making the laddu will be very easier. So let me just transfer this mixture to a bowl. So here our flaxseed laddu mix is ready, and what happens is when you grind it, it gets heated. So there is a warmth, and it's very important to make laddus while it is still warm, okay? And I thought I will need a few spoons of oil, peanut oil to make, but no, see, it's getting nicely bound. So there's no need of adding any oil here. So here, the flaxseed laddu. Remember to make laddus while it is still warm. So here are my flaxseed laddu. Let me taste it. So it's time to taste my flaxseed laddu. Soft, delicious. Make it. Diabetics can eat it, but in limited amounts. But do not forget to use flaxseed in all your other recipes. So, what does science say about this wonderful combo of nutrients in flaxseed that translate to amazing health benefits? For starters, we have already seen in the previous video the impact of consuming flax seeds for weight loss, for reducing LDL cholesterol, as well as to reduce blood pressure. But this is just the start. Here are some proven health benefits of flax seeds. Improves glycemic control, reduces insulin resistance, and helps prevent type 2 diabetes. Exhibits potential anti-cancer effects, particularly against breast and prostate cancers. May reduce the intensity of menopausal symptoms due to its phytoestrogen content. Relieves constipation and improves bowel function due to its high fiber content. May reduce mental fatigue and improve cognitive function. enhances skin condition and accelerates wound healing due to its anti-inflammatory properties. But in particular, I would like you to mull over in some detail some health aspects. Let us start with the impact of flaxseed consumption on one of the most feared disease, cancer. The synergy of the three most important nutrients in flaxseed, fiber, lignan and omega-3, creates a very important health impact in many diseases. One of the examples is cancer. When we consume flax seeds, something remarkable happens in our digestive system. Our gut bacteria transform the lignans in flax seeds into compounds called enterodiol and enterolactone. Think of these as your body's own cancer fighting team. A major study matched 3,000 women with breast cancer to 3,000 women without breast cancer, discovering something remarkable. Those who regularly included flax seeds in their diet had a 20 to 30% lower risk of developing breast cancer. As a mother and woman, I was deeply moved by this scientific evidence. What's fascinating is how quickly flax seeds work. In a randomized clinical trial, flax seeds demonstrated potential to reduce breast tumor growth in just weeks. For young women at high risk, consuming just 1 teaspoon of ground flax seeds daily for a year resulted in an 80% decrease in cancer cell growth markers. Men benefit too. Research shows flax seeds may slow prostate cancer progression. Despite such compelling evidence, there is a huge gap between research and recommendation. How many doctors suggest regular use of flaxseed to reduce the risk of cancer? This disconnect concerns me. And what about something that affects women sometime in her life? Hormonal imbalance. While modern medicine offers synthetic hormone treatments, many women are rightly concerned about the potential side effects and are looking for gentler alternatives. This is where flax seeds truly shine as a woman's best friend. Think of flaxseed lignans as your body's personal hormone manager. They instinctively know when your body needs more estrogen support, like during menopause, and when it needs less, when estrogen levels might be too high. For menopausal women, adding just a tablespoon or two of ground flax seeds to your daily diet may reduce those uncomfortable hot flushes by up to 50%. Imagine finally being able to sleep through the night without waking up drenched in sweat. Flax seeds aren't just for menopause though. Younger women struggling with irregular cycles find these seeds help balance estrogen metabolism and reduce inflammation, creating more predictable menstrual cycles. Women with PCOS also experience relief as flax seeds improve insulin sensitivity and help lower elevated testosterone levels that contribute to troublesome symptoms. Like a natural balancing act, flax seeds support your body's unique hormonal needs at every stage of life. Now that we have explored how to include flax seeds in your daily diet via different recipes, the most important question that may be bothering you is how much of these seeds can we use? Come, let's look into it. Science shows us that adults can safely aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed daily. Children benefit from smaller amounts, about 1/2 to 1 tablespoon depending on their age. Here's a simple suggestion for you busy parents. Young children over 5 years start with 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon daily. Older children who are above 10 years begin with 1/2 to 1 teaspoon daily, and adults 1 to 2 tablespoons daily. Remember, consistency trumps over quantity. You think of it as planting tiny seeds of health every day as you consume flax seeds. Small daily quantities nurture better wellness than occasional large servings. The most significant health benefits are seen only if you consume flaxseed continuously for a period of 3 to 6 months. Patience pays off beautifully. Long-term commitment to flaxseed use may help reduce cancer risk and contributes to heart and brain health. Your family's health is literally in your hands. Has this second video in our flaxseed video series given you some aha moments? If so, do drop your aha comments into the comment section below. And if you are inspired by these tiny nutritional bombs, do press that like button and share this video as wide as possible. Wondering about what is the impact? Is there any serious health issues if you consume more than 1 or 2 tablespoons of flaxseed? We will address these issues in our next third video of the flaxseed video series. So stay tuned. So join me next time as we continue building healthier futures. 1 tablespoon of flax seeds at a time.
Hey, have you subscribed to Munch and Mull? Do click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive notifications of my newest videos uploaded every Saturday.